High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain that. Ouch. When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
What a punch!
Jarring European uppercut.
Rocked with a headbutt, but not done yet.
A second one. Boom! Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
Delivers the snapmare.
Fist drop! Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how does he earn the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anahuac family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
We've seen that Steel isn't above using a foreign object to gain the edge against Maivia, so he's got to have the advantage in a match where they're surrounded by one huge weapon, right?
Well, you think that, Cole, but think about how these men prepared for this match. The High Chief is a consummate professional who soaring.
Ooh, man!
Peter Maivia now with the upper hand.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the Animal out here.
The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
And knew what was coming there.
Headlock applied, tossed without regard.
Was definitely not thinking about finesse with that one. Was only thinking about dominance.
And into the corner he goes.
Point of the elbow, nailed it. Able to fight Maivia off. George the Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Just got flush. Oh, man. The Animal may be wounded prey at this point.
The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt.
George the Animal Steel might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost a match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steel's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage.
Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the Animal will throw at him, even inside a cage. Lariat! Good Lord!
That was nasty.
From the heavens, big body splash from the top.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
A series of disabling maneuvers from Peter Maivia.
And Steel isn't looking helpless anymore.
This could be a good chance for Steel to get some distance and rethink things.
Oh, and he manages to reverse. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steel as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
Oh, could this be it?
Landing on the spine.
No way Steele's coming back from that.
Makes the cover. And the High Chief defeats the Animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.